Okay, so BMW is about to make a massive move. They're taking what is arguably their most iconic car, the 3 Series, and totally reinventing it for the electric age. We're going to break down everything we know about the new BMW i3, from the revolutionary tech under the hood to its bold new look. Let's get into it.
So that really is the million-dollar question, isn't it? For decades, the 3 Series has been the benchmark for sports sedans. So electrifying it isn't just about swapping out an engine for a motor. Nope. It's about redefining what that benchmark even means for a whole new era of driving. Now, to really understand why this new car is such a big deal, we actually have to go back in time. Because BMW's electric story didn't just start a few years ago. It started with a car that was, frankly, way ahead of its time. That's right, 2013. In the world of EVs, that's like a lifetime ago. This is when BMW launched its very first mass-produced electric car, the original i3. And this thing wasn't just a modified gas car. It was built from the ground up to be an EV, and man, did it make a statement. I mean, just look at this stuff. It was so forward-thinking. A carbon fiber body on a little city car, that was unheard of back then. And the focus on using recycled and sustainable materials, not just in the car, but in the factory itself, it set a standard that a lot of car makers are still trying to catch up to today. All right, so let's fast forward to right now. After that initial really bold spark with the i3, BMW took a bit of a different, you could say more practical path to growing its electric family. And this is the key thing to understand. The electric BMWs you can buy today, like the i4 and the iX, which are great cars, by the way, they're built on platforms that were originally made for gasoline engines. And that means there had to be some compromises, things you just don't have to worry about with a dedicated, purpose-built EV platform. And this really shows you their strategy. They made sure to cover all the important bases, right? You've got the performance-focused Grand Coupe with the i4, the super high-tech SUV in the iX, and of course, the absolute peak of luxury with the i7. They proved they could deliver that classic BMW feel in an electric car. But now they're ready for the real thing, the uncompromised next step. And that next step, well, it's a total game changer. It's basically a revolution for the entire brand. And it all boils down to 2 German words, Neue Klasse. This is what you need to remember. Neue Klasse, or New Class, is a completely clean sheet design. It's an architecture made only for electric vehicles. No compromises for gas tanks or engines or transmissions. This lets them optimize every single thing, from the batteries and motors to the amount of space you get inside, purely for the electric experience. So what does this new platform actually get you? Well, the numbers they're promising are pretty staggering. First up, you're looking at a 30% boost in range compared to their current tech. That's huge. But it's not just about how far you can drive. It's also about how fast you can charge up and get back on the road. They're also talking about a 30% improvement in charging speeds. That means less time waiting and more time driving. And to top it all off, a 25% jump in overall efficiency. So they're squeezing way more miles out of every single drop of electricity. You put those 3 numbers together and you're talking about a massive leap forward. So how in the world are they doing all this? Well, it comes down to this core tech. The 800-volt system is the secret sauce for that super fast charging. The new cylindrical battery cells, they just pack more power into a smaller space. And get this, the platform is so flexible it can handle anything from a single motor for your daily commute all the way up to a wild 4-motor, 1,300-plus horsepower beast of a car. And that brings us to the main event. All of this incredible Neue Klasse technology is going to make its grand debut in one of the most important cars BMW makes, the all-new, all-electric 3 Series, which is going to be called the i3. And yeah, it's going to look different. The concept car they showed signals a pretty big shift away from those recent, let's say, controversial big kidney grills. It looks like we're heading for a much cleaner, more minimalist design that actually has some cool throwbacks to classic BMWs, but in a very futuristic way. The inside might be even more revolutionary. So, instead of a normal dashboard, the car could project vital info right onto the windshield with augmented reality. Then you've got this slick panoramic vision display that runs across the entire width of the car. It's going to be a seriously futuristic and driver-focused base. And hey, this isn't some far-off science fiction project. They're already building prototypes. Production is set to kick off in the second half of 2026, which means we should see the car officially debut and hit the streets in 2027. It's coming up fast. Which brings us right back to where we started. For more than 40 years, the BMW 3 Series was the car that everyone else was trying to beat. So, with this Neue Klasse platform, a bold new design, and all this crazy tech, BMW isn't just trying to make an electric 3 Series, they're trying to make the next icon.
And that's our look at what's coming from BMW's electric future. A huge thank you for tuning into this explainer. We really appreciate it, and we hope to see you on the next one.